YouTube was not like something that I was doing before him. I met him at a fucking release.
Yeah. So remember I told you, you asked me, yo, how you know thing? And I said, well, I know Big Deals and OG Edwin because I used to go to the mall and camp out. And it got to the point where if I wasn't first, they were first. So it almost became a race every time. And then we got cool. So we got cool from there. And then from there, I met this nigga and I met Felix. Felix used to come to the releases. Felix one time came to a release, my nigga. And Felix is the dare person.
Yeah.
Listen, we
so
could
much...
be right here, bruh, and you dare that nigga to do something, and he's gonna do it just because you dared him to do it. And we dared him to run the length of the parking lot and run back, nigga. I forgot all about that. And the nigga ran it, and like halfway down, he busted his ass at full force, bro. I'm talking about this nigga. Imagine a nigga just running, giving his fucking all, and he just trips and falls.
That nigga hurt himself.
To where his body, like when you
scraped
fall,
his knees and all that
his
shit.
his fucking legs come up because his.
Oh my god, he rolled.
Yeah, poor guy. He's like that.
But I met him from Edwin. Edwin's the one because literally he's like, yo, he's the guy from YouTube.
He's the YouTube nigga.
I remember that, and I'm like, at this time, I'm like,
I always loved those whispers.
And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what does that mean? He was like, from YouTube, YouTube. And I'm like, yeah. Like, so what? He's like, he's on YouTube. And I remember telling him, like, can't anybody be on YouTube?
Easy, like, nigga. Nowadays.
Listen, I was like, can't anybody
nowadays
be on
any
YouTube?
fucking weirdo
Because back
YouTube.
then, YouTube was that was brand new, technically. It was like 3 years old at the time.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, no, I don't think it was brand new. I think the concept of it was still brand new.
Yeah, because like niggas didn't have cameras. Think back then, niggas was recording on fucking potatoes, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, go look at footage from back then.
You'd be surprised.
Different.
That's what I'm trying to.
Technology.
Well, I don't know if
moved.
I told you, but as I'm looking back at a lot of these videos, I'm like, damn, a lot of this shit's lame. Like we don't.
But back then, that was HD, nigga.
Yeah, nigga, back then, niggas was top of the line.
I got
20p back in the day.
Bro,
you talking about like 480? Yeah, bro, if that.
Bro, we was
270 was looking good.
Complex when they gave me the top 20 YouTuber, right? Sneaker YouTuber.
That
nigga,
was so horrible.
They fucking in the description they were like, and he posts all his shit in Ultra HD. And I always look at that when I look at that, and I'm like, yo, bro, Ultra HD. I'm looking at that shit now, like that shit was like trash. That shit was like 240p. Like, what the fuck are these niggas talking about?
But back then,
it was high back then.
That was what the high point was.
But so Edwin was like, yo, YouTube, and I was like, yo, can't anybody be on YouTube? And he's like, bro, like he does sneaker YouTube. And and I was like, all right, whatever. Like I didn't think nothing of it. But then like everybody starts talking in the camp out, and then obviously Edwin's talking to him, I'm talking to him, and then niggas we all link. Jose, I think, is the one that like melded all though, like
yeah.
Jose's the one like, yo, let me get your number.
Yeah.
Take my number.
He's that tight. Let me get your number.
Let's do a deal.
So and I'm happy to say, I don't know if I've ever said Jose raped me on the first deal, bro. On the very first deal we ever did, bro, just totally dicked me over.
Oh, this nigga. And then we started playing ball.
Yeah.
And then from there, this nigga was like, yo, you should do YouTube. I think he said it to Edwin first. And then Edwin was like, nah, I'm humble.
The problem is Edwin's a little Edwin is knowledgeable like a motherfucker, but he's a shy dude, man. Like he's a dude that's, he's reserved. And sometimes you can't be reserved. And not at that time though. At that time you had to have a little something. That
personality and some shit. So then he was like, yo, you should do it because you can do all that review performance. There's a nigga named Nightwing. I remember you told me there's a nigga named Nightwing. I remember
telling him like, yo, bro, like you, because this nigga like knows like the actual like tech of the shoe. So while everyone is fucking still saying, oh, white midsole, purple check, this nigga like actually knows what a lot of that shit does and means and if it's good for you and this, that, and the third. So I was telling this nigga like, yo, there's someone else that's doing that on YouTube right now. His name's Nightwing, and he's getting a lot of traffic because he's able to break down the shoe and tell you the performance basis of it. So technically, if you was to go that lane, you just going up against him. And the thing is that I felt like I was cool enough with him where he wouldn't take it the wrong way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to look at it as competition because technically at that time, I know him. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nigga, just go that lane. Just go that route, bro.
So this nigga said that shit, and then Edwin was like, yeah. He put the battery on my back. Yeah, just do it. You got a camera, right? And I was like, yeah, I got a little bullshit camera. And he was like, yeah, just try one. And I think I did one, and it was like, fuck it, I'm gonna start doing this shit.
Yeah.
And that's how that shit picked up traction.